for next year's Olympia.
The Olympia bronze medal. To your third place finisher, William Bonac.
William Bonac continues to climb the ladder, joins the very exclusive top 3 in the World Club, where he will be presented with an Olympia bronze medal, something I know you are very familiar with. Sean Ray, I think you have a few of those hanging in your office.
I got 3 of them, Dan, and I got to tell you something. That is a heavy little weight that he's got around his neck. And it is an accomplishment in his career that he'll be able to tell his grandchildren, because he is the #3 bodybuilder, not just tonight, but in the world at his profession. That is a very good feeling to have. And now he's going to focus on second or first. He's got his work cut out.
On the line here tonight, folks, $400,000. The Sandow and the title of 2017 Mr. Olympia. Folks, a moment like this, I need a little bit of help up here. And I don't know about you, but I smell something cooking in the air.
Phil looks concerned.
Please welcome to the stage, The Rock, Dwayne.
The 7-time Mr. Olympia, Phil the Gift Heath.
As spoken from the mouth of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Move over, Arnold Schwarzenegger. You've got company. Phil Heath is now a 7-time winner of bodybuilding's most prestigious title. He is Mr. Olympia once again, 1 victory shy of the all-time record. But for tonight, Phil Heath will celebrate #7 alongside The Rock, and the admiration of fans around the world. Big Ramy, Mamdou Asbieh settles for second. It was a furious charge by the runner-up. Big Ramy deserves all the respect in the world. He is not finished yet. Big Ramy will be back next year to battle for this title, but for now, the night belongs to Phil the Gift Heath. Jim Mannion presents the Sandow Trophy, bodybuilding's most coveted prize, along with a very big $400,000 check. That is AMI CEO David Pecker to Phil's left. And of course, Dwayne The Rock Johnson made this presentation all the more special by announcing it himself. Phil Heath from
Big Ramy, because that's really where the contest is. And then see William and Dexter. That's what I would have liked to see. Those 2 alone, and Dexter and William alone. And that would have been a more interesting comparison.
We still might see that.
Yeah, and we've seen these 2 stand next to each other already. So we're going to do it again.
All right, I'm going to take you pose by pose, Sean Ray. These guys are going to start with the front double bicep. Phil Heath versus Big Ramy for the 2017 Olympia. Let's take it shot for shot. Front double bicep. Who has the advantage?
Right now, the advantage is Phil when his stomach is flexed. He's got to be flexed, or it doesn't look right.
Now they're going to move into the front lat spread. Phil Heath versus Big Ramy.
I'm going with Big Ramy all day on the front lat spread. Just way too wide. You can't ignore the sweeping quads.
Now, a pose that has always really fared very well for Phil Heath is the side chest. Let's move in to this comparison. How do you see this one?
I'm staying with Big Ramy on the side chest. I saw this a few times, and it is ridiculous in terms of the girth. Phil is hard to the pecs. He just doesn't have the girth, the width, and the meat and the mass. He's competitive, but Big Ramy wins that pose to me.
Back double bicep.
All right, the plot thickens. They are turned to the back. As they do these poses, they will check themselves on the monitor. They're basically watching the same thing you guys are watching at home. They just have to look up a little bit higher to do it. Phil Heath, Big Ramy, William Bonac, Dexter Jackson will go into a back double bicep. Sean Ray, how does it look?
And this is a maturity thing. I think Phil has him on the muscularity part. Again, in the lower part, this is where Big Ramy, he had the hamstring injury before. The calves aren't necessarily all the way there. I think Phil has this pose.
Back lat spread.
All right, now we're going to move in to the back lat spread. Again, back lat spreads are flagship Mr. Olympia type poses. So who gets this one?
Big Ramy all day. He's wide as the 747 jet. Watch those lats open up and basically make Phil look very narrow.
And that's not easy to do, by the way.
It's not. Phil, you can see he's got the better conditioning, but the width on Ramy is ridiculous, and Phil's got to look over there at Dexter Jackson, who's actually wider than him. Phil making sure we don't miss those hamstrings, which are better than all of those guys on that stage.
And we're going to go in to a side tricep shot. Again, another pose that has always been very favorable to the champ.
Absolutely, and I just think Rami's hitting that shot wrong. He's not doing it right, and Phil didn't even give us the look. That's one of his poses. We didn't even see it. And this is where, I'm telling you, this is where Phil is dead serious. He thinks he's kidding with Dexter, but this is about money right now and history. He's fighting for his paycheck.
Just looking at the intensity in Big Rami's face as he hits that shot. He is here. He knows he has a chance. He can taste this thing. Phil Heath, though, is not going to go quietly, and quite frankly, from what I would guess, Phil Heath coming into this thing may have had a scorecard lead, but again, I don't know how that played out. But right now, this thing is far from over. You have two guys, two lions who are gunning for a serious title, and I don't know if either of them are really separating themselves. But Sean, based on your analysis, Big Rami has a whole lot of advantages.
He certainly does, Dan, and I got to tell you, Phil is getting more and more aggressive because he realizes the sand in the clock is ticking, and he's got to get that title. This is what he's here for.
All right, thank you, Big Steve. Thank you, gentlemen.
Nobody's walking off this stage feeling comfortable.
All right, well, that's going to wrap up that portion of the Mr. Olympia.